Indonesian Islam, there was always an extremist wing. It belongs to the tradition of Indonesian Islams. We had 15 years of Darul Islam revolt from 1950 to 65, which was very difficult to put down in Western Java. And many of the hardliners now come from this background. There are about 10 to 20% of Muslim hardliners. There were 3,000 Indonesians fighting in Afghanistan paid for by the Americans and under spiritual guidance of Osama bin Laden. They are regarded now as the core of the potentially terrorist people in Indonesia. Of course, international movements have an influence. Wahhabism, Salafism, Hizb ut-Tahrir, an international organization for the Islamic Caliphate, nothing to do with ISIS. The ideology of the Muslim Brotherhood is in Indonesia strong in some parts. And then, of course, ISIS itself. Now the future in Indonesia will depend on, I think, on non-religious factors. Most Indonesians reject Islamic extremism. If the 50% Indonesians that of lower income have the feeling that there's hope for their children in the future, they will not become extremists. If a considerable part of the Indonesian people feel hopeless, things are going down, then everything is possible. Of course, there's also a problem of stabilizing democracy. Its greatest challenge is corruption in the political class. If people lose the faith in democracy, if they regard democracy as a kind of self-serving place, then authoritarian alternatives are possible. And I think authoritarian regimes in Indonesia will only be able under Islamic influence. There's something like Suharto, who was independent, is no longer possible. The interreligious dialogue is extremely important because Indonesia is the most pluralistic country in the world, and the most dangerous potential is the potential of conflict between religions. And we have had these kinds of conflicts. Thus, we have to dialogue in order to get to trust each other, to understand each other, to overcome differences, not to be afraid of each other's. I regard interreligious dialogue as very essential for the whole existence of Indonesia as a free, democratic, pluralistic state.